What is going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Today we're going to do an unboxing and a full review of the Elite 800 headset by Turtle Beach. So I've actually been really looking forward to this. It's nice to see some high-end competition in the gaming headset space. This is a pretty cool looking headset from the outside. It offers DTS, which is great. Active noise cancellation, another cool feature. It's wireless, 7.1 channel. It's got a hidden high quality microphone. I'm a little skeptical about this guy, and a magnetic charging stand. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's open this sucker up and see what's inside. So to open this, let's cut the tape here. Let's see how we get into this bad boy. This could be more of an issue than I imagined. Let's see. Am I missing some tape somewhere? There we go. Ah, it's right there. All right. It's got a really nice box. Move that aside. I think I'm done with the knife. Let's open this sucker up. It is a pretty nice looking headset, I gotta say. It's got a nice premium feel to it. This is synthetic leather, but it feels real soft and supple. And that looks like it's memory foam, which is real nice. Ear cups look a little small. It's nice and light. It looks like it turned on while I was messing with it. All right, let's see what else is in the box here. Welcome to Elite transmitter box. All right, let's see what's in here. What do we got? So this is the transmitter, and I believe the headset just sits right on top of this guy. It's a nice heavy piece, so it shouldn't go sliding around. Looks pretty nice. I've got high hopes for this headset. Got an optical in, an optical out, so it does do a pass-through. It's got a USB, probably for charging, another USB that says program only, and a pair button there. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Cables. Of course, we need the cables. What do we got for cables? Alright, let's see here. Got an optical cable. That's going to be useful. Got a micro USB cable there. Another micro USB cable. And 3.5 millimeter male on both ends. And finally, we got the literature. What do we got here? Attention, do not return to store. Welcome to the Turtle Beach Elite program. Quick start guide and some stickers as well. Oh, this is the quick start guide. This must be presets reference. Okay. All right, let's see what all came in the box here. Well, altogether, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with the build quality right off the bat. This is a rubberized material on the top, but it's a nice soft foam padding, memory foam. It's got a nice feel to it. It feels high quality. I really like the look of it. I really like the feel of it. I'm really hoping that I get really good results out of this headset because it'll be nice to see some competition in that higher end gaming audio range. That's going to do it for the unboxing. Stay tuned for the full review. All right, guys, I'm back and I'm ready to share with you my review of the Turtle Beach Elite 800 gaming headset. So I like to do these in a few different parts. The first part is going to be all about comfort. I believe that if a headset isn't comfortable, you're not going to want to wear it because it hurts your head, which makes it basically useless. The second part is going to be all about sound quality. The third part is going to be about connectivity and the overall build quality. And at the very end of the video during the outro, I'll also share with you a mic test so you can hear the quality of the microphone included with the headset. So let's talk about the comfort. I prefer over-the-ear style headsets. It's a headset that actually sits outside of your ear, it doesn't touch your ear. This is a smaller ear cup. It does sit on top of your ear. And for that style of headset, I found this to be fairly comfortable. You can see that this is a memory foam, and it's a very plush memory foam. You'll see it rebounds very, very slowly. And the synthetic leather they have covering it is very soft and supple. It feels very nice on my head. It creates a very nice seal around my ear. I also wear glasses. It still made a good seal. And I really like that. So considering that it is an on-the-ear style headset, which some people prefer, I found it very, very, very comfortable. The headband I didn't like as much. This is a more rubbery material than on the ear cups, and I felt like it pulled on my hair a little bit. Also, the padding I think is a little bit too soft up there, and it's not quite wide enough. So I did actually get a bit of a hot spot on the top of my head, just a little bit of pain after extended use. That was after about 3 to 4 hours of use though, so you know, it wasn't a big problem, but it was noticeable. The headset is relatively heavy. You know, there's a lot of electronics in here. There's a battery in here. So it's relatively heavy, and there's a lot of weight hanging on your head. So, you know, I would have appreciated a little more padding up there. But overall, for extended use, I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best headset I've ever used, comfort-wise, but it definitely wasn't a deal breaker for me. So let's talk about the sound quality. The first thing I want to say about the sound quality was that throughout my use with this headset, there was an audible hissing sound. It was very, very faint. Most of the time, like when I was playing video games that were loud or loud music, I hardly could hear it. But anytime the video game was, you know, quiet or the music was quiet, I definitely heard it, and I didn't like it. Some people may be more forgiving about this, considering it is a Bluetooth headset, and you find that a lot in Bluetooth headsets. But for me, at the $300 price point, I'm not digging it. I do not like hissing in my headsets. Overall, the sound quality of the headset I felt was pretty good, not great. Again, I didn't think it was up to that $300 price point. I don't feel like it is where it should be to justify the cost of this headphone. It was pretty good treble, pretty good bass. The mid-range was really lacking. I didn't feel like it was just, it wasn't up to the standard set by other headphones in this price range. In that it was disappointing to me. The bass was pretty good though. You know, it sounded better for games than it did for music. So if you're just using it for gaming, you might like it a little better than I did. But this is a Bluetooth headset, meaning that you can pair it with a lot of different things. You can use it for your computer, you can pair it to your phone, you can pair it to all sorts of stuff and use it for a bunch of different purposes. So I'd like it to have a bit of a better sound profile. It does have a ton of different presets. You can set it to game mode, music mode, movie mode, stereo mode, and then once you're in those modes, you can get even finer detail, like, you know, footstep mode, shooter mode, racing mode. So there's all sorts of different presets. But even cycling through all those presets, it didn't change the overall sound quality of the speakers themselves. I always felt like it just was missing that mid-range, and it always felt just a little bit tinny to me, and that was really unfortunate. So sound quality does not get huge marks. I mean, it sounds better than like a Turtle Beach, let's say 500p, but not as good as something else that's in the $500 price range. As far as connectivity goes, so I want to show you guys the bass unit. I think this bass unit is actually super cool. You see, I have to kind of keep it there so I can keep it plugged in so you can see the lights. Basically what you do to charge this headset is you just place it on top of this charge stand, and you see it goes red to say it's charging, and it's got a little red indicator light right on the headset itself. I think this is super cool. It's held in there magnetically, so it feels really secure. If you put it in the wrong way, you're going to know right away because the magnets don't work. So it just, you know, you get like a positive feel to it when it sits in there correctly. It does have these kind of, those little, you know, tabs there that have to line up, but I never had it not line up because the magnets just kind of automatically put it in place. The bass is very solid as well. It's got a nice heft to it, so it's not going to get pulled off of a table by the weight of the cords or anything like that. Let me unplug it for a second so I can show you some of the connectivity options on it as well. Basically what we've got is a USB port. You can plug this into your gaming console or to your computer. It's got two digital ports. One's an output and one's an input. So if you have like a surround sound system or something like that, you can go into one side, out the other, and into your surround sound system, so both can be hooked up at the same time. It's also got this second USB port here that says program only mode. I did check for new firmware. It wasn't available yet, so I wasn't able to do that yet. I like this charge stand. I think it's a really cool idea. I really like how the headset sits in there. I think that's a really nice feature. I don't know if it's worth spending $300 for, but I wish other companies like Astro would have something a little bit better like this. I like it quite a bit. The headphone also has a 3.5mm jack, which you can connect to your cell phone and use it as a headset and as a microphone as well. It is also a Bluetooth headset, so it works with computers, it works with cell phones, basically anything that can use Bluetooth. This thing works with, and it works really well. I had no problem pairing it to my computer or to my cell phone. And I found that it worked wonderfully, Still the hiss, though. The hiss was always there. It didn't matter what I paired it to. I always heard that hiss. So connectivity was great. I thought, it's a really versatile system. I could use it for gaming on my PC, listening to music on my phone, just about anything I want to use a headset for. This thing worked really well for. Build quality, I think the build quality is pretty nice. I don't like this rubberized material on the head band. But overall, I thought it was really nice. It's got a ton of room for adjustment here. I have a pretty big head, and it fit me no problem. And I wasn't even maxed out lengthwise. It also gets pretty small, so smaller heads shouldn't have a problem. It's very adjustable, and it doesn't feel like it's going to break or anything. It doesn't feel like cheap or flimsy. It feels like a $300 headset. I also like these buttons out here. One of the annoying things about the buttons on the outside of the headset here is that you kind of accidentally hit them a lot by accident. But if you grab it by the top and kind of hold it by the edges, you're better off. Once you get used to that kind of thing, you're going to find that it's not a big problem. But when you first get a headset, it's like you're always hitting these buttons, and it's kind of annoying. It does lay flat for portability, or if you just like having it hanging around your neck. And it's actually really comfortable hanging around your neck. It does have removable speaker plates, too. So you can actually remove these and buy new ones from Turtle Beach, like custom ones, if you're into that kind of thing. They're not magnetic like on the Astro A40. They just kind of snap in and snap out. But it's a nice feature nonetheless. Overall, I feel like the build quality is pretty good. I really like the charge stand. I really like the headset. The headset looks really nice. It's got a nice kind of smooth look to it, real modern look to it. I like the little metallic looking bits here. I'm pretty sure those are probably plastic, but it's hard to tell. So overall, I think it's a well-built headset, and it certainly looks good. It's got a ton of connectivity, and that's going to do it. So overall, what would I say about this headset? I'm going to say pass on this headset. $300 is a lot for a headset that is not super comfortable and makes a hissing sound all the time. That hissing sound for me was a real turnoff. I probably could have gotten past the sound quality issues other than the hissing sound, but the hissing sound was a real turnoff for me. I do really like the way it connects with this charging stand. I think that is a really cool feature. I'd like to see other companies kind of take a similar approach. But overall, at the $300 price point, I'm going to say pass. If this was a $200 headset, I would say buy it in an instant. But I think there's too much competition at the $300 price range to recommend the Turtle Beach Elite 800. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Stay tuned for the outro where I'll share with you the microphone test. I actually didn't really love the microphone. You see it doesn't have a boom mic. The microphone's actually included inside the ear cups, and therefore it kind of sounds far away. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. This is a test of the Turtle Beach Elite 800 microphone. This is a test of the Turtle Beach Elite 800 microphone.